The Electoral College. What is this? Well, first of all, what is today's debate topic anyway? It depends on what you think about the Electoral College, but in my opinion, it's kind of a stupid thing, and I'll explain why. Today's topic is the Electoral College fair for voters? Let's get this started. But first of all, what is an electoral college? Actually, it turns out there's only one electoral college in the world, so we'll just call it the Electoral College. Anyways, the Electoral College is how the U.S. makes and at least decides who of the presidential candidates becomes the president of the United States of America. Sure, of course, the popular vote will also count in too, but it's not this decider. If the Electoral College agrees with what the popular vote says who should be the president, then I guess that counts, but sometimes that doesn't really happen. 5 presidents have been president without winning the popular vote. They've just needed to win the Electoral College vote, which is, I guess, the main goal of every president. And there's just much more. You have to promise some things to actually win the election. Like, the election of 2020, they offered to undo the filibuster, and they offered states to undo the filibuster so that decisions could be made quicker. And Biden, well, he did do sort of that. I already explained what he did in my other videos, so just go check that out. But he hasn't done it completely. I guess it's just step 1 right now. But is it fair? A good example to show that it probably wasn't fair was in the 2016 election. And this is the candidates who only received electoral votes. Those 2 candidates who are the only ones who actually received the electoral votes were Hillary Clinton, the former First Lady of the U.S., and wife of former President of the U.S., Bill Clinton, was running for president. Hillary Clinton. She was running against Donald Trump. I think she already ran against Barack Obama, so yeah, I guess she wanted to try again. This is what she did. She was able to do much. She was able to make promises, and that actually got her some of those non-white American people voting for her in the popular vote. And so she made promises to give jobs to the state, much more jobs to the state. And yeah, well, Trump, I've seen footage of his campaign, and it's like, I don't really know what to say, but I guess I pretty enjoyed a little bit. But right now, that's not the point. The thing is, the popular vote was won by Hillary Clinton by over 3 million, probably over 3 million votes. She mainly got those from those non-white Americans I just discussed. But then, in the Electoral College, this is the Electoral College election. Donald Trump won with a 306 Electoral College, and Hillary Clinton just got the 232. And so a Republican won the midway point. The Electoral College doesn't always align with the popular vote. I will have to say that. But I think this is kind of ridiculous right now. The Electoral College, it's probably not that fair. A lot of people were left out of this. Trump was mainly supported by white people who were Americans, and now he was found out with secret papers that were considered classified, and then he said before Donald Trump left the office they unclassified it. Yes, I do watch the news even if I'm 12. Correction, 11 and 8 months old. And so that's basically how the Electoral College might not be unfair. And now let's talk about those pros and cons, or the affirmative position, the negative position, the supporting position, the opposing. You know what? I'm not even going to use thesaurus. So the Electoral College motivates the federal government to consider state interests. Whatever those state interests are, I'm not really interested. And these state interests are the things that probably keep the whole thing running over. And I just want to say that these state interests might not always be one of the good things. You know what I mean? I mean, some states might do some things that the other states wouldn't really like. It's like a country with little countries in it. I mean, that's basically what a state is. And that's the pros, too. And also, the Electoral College gives proportional power to each of the states of the United States of America. At least gives proportional power. And they also create a very clear winner. It makes it easy to predict the electoral results and who will win. And they will also probably go for the transferring of administrations from according to the 2016 election, when during that time, after they predicted they might try to transfer between the 2012 term president's administration to the 2016 administration. Or says the 2017. It's 2017. It also turns, well, now let's go for the cons. It turns out some electors don't vote for their party candidates. They just vote what's on their mind. They vote their conscience. And completely ignore what their own state wants them to vote for. Boo! These people are called faithless electors. And in my opinion, that's a great opinion to be saying too. But then again, the Electoral College also makes sure that the popular vote doesn't always align with it, which is, I don't know, a good thing or is it a bad thing? Well, you guys can argue about that in the comments below if you like, or any other comment below, to be honest. And it also sometimes makes someone's vote worth more. A diamond is worth more than a gold, right? Yeah, it is. Unless it's those cheap, unnatural diamonds that they make from carbon. It also makes sure that it also makes politicians to focus on, yes, the term I'm going to say is the real term, battleground states. Yes, it's actually called battleground states, which are more likely to vote either party, and so they have to spend more time in these. And if they just get a few, 100 or more, then they might probably get the popular vote there to win of their own people. Turns out Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump spend lots of their time trying to convince these people. Instead of those other states that could have won them the majority. It can also make people feel like that their votes don't count, which discourages them from voting. Which I guess is a necessary step for every country's government that uses a president who is voted. In UK's, I guess that's the Prime Minister, but then, the Queen is a figurehead, even though she's kind of the head of the government. You know what? I'm not talking about the UK right now. I'm talking about the US, so forget what I said. And so, hope to see you guys in the next episode. Next year's election year, so I'm excited. Sort of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And now that we've done the whole debate series, now I wish you guys can relax, like how this cat is doing right now. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Schnan out. Peace. Ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.